Oilers, you got a great offense with Connor McDavid. So I have them sweeping them.
Yeah, well, I don't think you heard my point. The San Francisco Giants have 3 more in the 2010s than the Rangers have in their entire history. So, yeah.
It's hard to get back and to get back-to-back wins. And I don't see the Lightning doing it here, so I have them losing to the Hurricanes in 6.
We don't talk about the 2010s because the 2010s had the Astros. And if the Astros didn't happen, the Yankees would have won in 2017 with the Dodgers.
He was close to Frank Reich, and they want Frank Reich back, so that's what they got. It's their discount Frank Reich.
Kaprizov and the rest of this crew, Jordan Greenway, who doesn't get enough props. He definitely is somebody who needs to be mentioned more.
Hi, this is Julie Dobbs. You're listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NBA Opinions of the Week. This is a little bit more about Olympics talk from the NBA. We did kind of another episode about the Olympics and kind of how it affects your team and or affects the NBA season. Now we're talking about legacies and the man who's still writing his legacy, Austin.
Aren't we all, Kevin? But it's a very interesting question, and I'll answer it really quickly. For all U.S. players, I think the answer is no. I don't think it affects legacies. But for a guy like Manu Ginobili, who won gold with Argentina in 2004, I think very much yes. I think if Giannis can get Greece to just a bronze medal, I think very much yes. I think everyone was outside of the U.S. does have a chance of impacting their legacy. If Canada can get gold this tournament, yes. I don't think anyone from the U.S. can be positively affected. However, on the other side, I do think they can be negatively affected. Kevin, if they do not win this tournament with this collection of roster, I do think this harms their legacy, even if it is just a slight amount. Who chokes or whatever the reason is they lose, I do think could harm their legacy, but I don't think it could ever help because they have such a great team this time with the U.S. that I think it's literally speaking impossible for them to bolster their legacy with another medal.
Yeah, I'm in complete agreement. It does, like, if Shea leads his team for Canada to the gold medal and has incredible performance, that does affect your legacy in view of him. And same thing with Giannis, and it's different for NBA players with their other teams, like Giannis is with Greece, Shea is also, as I mentioned, is with Canada. But when you talk about the U.S., you can't really, it doesn't really positively impact them, like you said, because they're the best players. The U.S. is viewed as the predominant team that win it. There's been that view. I do like how foreign countries have caught up, and I think you can see that in 2004. Is 2004 is when the U.S. didn't medal, correct?
I thought, did they not medal or did they get third?
Maybe they got third. But I remember 2004 is kind of when they're like, how did the U.S. not win this? And then 2006 is the redeem team.
2008, Kevin. It's every 4 years.
2008. Okay, got it. Yeah. Well, I didn't know if they do a thing with like Euro.
Or like the U.S. got third, like I thought. It was Argentina got first, Italy got second, and the Euros are all, Kevin, the Euros are also 4 years. For soccer.
But wouldn't it be? Well, I thought they did something for. There was something in between
the FIBA World Cup, but that no one really cares about the FIBA World Cup.
Okay.
Or I mean, at least NBA players usually do not.
Got it. Okay. So 2008 was the redeem team. 2004 is kind of viewed of when basketball kind of was worldwide, because the U.S. lost, and that's 2004 is how it can negatively affect, because you can say the best players are on the U.S., but to me, the thing that speaks to me about the U.S. team is how do they work well as a team? Like,
and Luis Scola and Manu Ginobili led Argentina to an amazing record in team, and then like we both said, the U.S. didn't even get second. Italy did. So the U.S. getting third with a roster. You want to hear the roster, Kevin?
Yes, I'm trying to remember.
AI, Stephon Marbury, Dwayne Wade, Carlos Boozer, Carmelo Anthony, LeBron James, Emeka Okafor, Sean Marion, Amari Stoudemire, Tim Duncan, Lamar Odom, and Richard Jefferson. There's only about 3 or 4 guys that I even recognize on Argentina. Carlos Delfino, easy to recognize, Manu Ginobili, and Luis Scola. There's some other guys that maybe played a couple years in the NBA, but nothing too crazy. And the fact that the U.S. lost it, I think is a stain, and that's why the whole Redeem team is real. And now this is the I don't know, but this is definitely the best iteration of the U.S. team, in my opinion. Getting Curry, Durant, LeBron, Ant, AD, so many of these great players all together. I don't know how they lose, but if they do, it's a harming of the legacy. But I don't think it's possible for them to. If they win every game by 20 plus points, I still think I don't care for legacy wise. I care. I want the U.S. to win, but if we're talking about legacy wise, I don't care. It does not affect.
Yeah, and I think one example from a player's perspective is a player that I'm 90% sure he's on the Redeem team was Carmelo Anthony. Because I know he won gold, correct?
Say again?
Carmelo Anthony has a gold medal.
Yes, he was on the 2008 team.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. But didn't really impact his legacy, correct? Having a gold medal.
Well, no, and I do think being on the 2004 team hurt. Now, he was a rookie. That was after his rookie year. So he's not the one to blame, in my opinion. Neither is LeBron or Dwayne Wade, because that's after their rookie year. I think more AI, Tim Duncan. Or was Tim Duncan on the team? Did I say Tim Duncan? I don't. Oh, yeah, he was on the team. I just remember that he wasn't from the U.S. He's from the British Virgin Islands, I believe.
Mm-hmm. But I bring up Carmelo Anthony to mention.
Oh, he's from the U.S. Virgin Islands. But yeah, you go.
Yeah, Carmelo Anthony is a player where it doesn't, because he was on the gold medal team, doesn't positively impact his legacy.
Yeah, but I do think, like, when I think of Luis Scola, again, I think he was the best player on that 2014. And Manu, this helped him kind of get a foothold in the NBA. So it definitely was hugely impactful for those players' legacies, because it to beat that team is remarkable in itself.
Yes, I totally agree. So it should be exciting to see the Olympics, because they go by FIBA rules, which I like a little bit more than the NBA rules.
I don't like the goaltending. The goaltending is horrible. The fact that if it touches the rim, Kevin, you can grab the ball, even if it's about to go in the rim, you can grab it off, is horrible.
Okay.
Did you know that?
No, I was not aware of that. I just remember, what is it? They do transition. They don't do transition fouls.
Yes, but the NBA initialized that like 2 years ago.
But it's just nice to see the play keep going. I'm trying to think.
The one thing they also don't have is a defensive 3 seconds. So the center can sit in the paint for the entire possession. I don't know if you like that, but that's more 90s than anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not. The goaltending is the one that really gets me. I'm okay with the 3 seconds being taken away because it's a different league. But like every time I watch, I'm like, that is goaltending. Watching Wemby play, he's literally a superhero under the FIBA rules, because ball goes up, bounces once, and Wemby's there taking it off the rim right before it goes in, just off the rim. And that's legal in FIBA, which I hate, but it is what it is.
But yeah, so that kind of concludes the legacy conversation of how the Olympics can affect legacy. It can affect legacies for other players, not U.S., only negatively for the U.S. And I'll turn this over to you to close it out.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening. Please let us know, is there any way for these U.S. players to affect their legacy positively, or can it only be negatively? And then which players can improve it on other teams? Thank you again.